And just like that, the magic of Dubai immediately begins to unfold. You see, I've never actually had the opportunity to get behind the wheel of the new Range Rover, and yet here I am, mildly jet lagged, following Boumaid in his highly modified 720S, behind the wheel of his brand new V8 Range Rover. I haven't even got over my jet lag yet, and we're in brand new cars. Now, ride quality is always a little bit deceiving in Dubai because the quality of the roads are so good, you don't really know if it's doing a very good job of ironing out the bumps. But in the scenario I find myself in right now, this is up there with the Rolls Royce. And here's Boumaid's RYFT 720S. It's actually more like a 900S now. Highly tuned. That thing is berserk fast. RYFT exhaust, RYFT aero kit. The thing looks and sounds unbelievable. So, biggest initial difference from the last of the previous gen V8s to this, the colossal infotainment screen. I'm not joking when I say the rear wheel steer on this is like something from a London taxi. The turning radius is unbelievable. And I think generally everything's just that little bit more responsive, a little bit more crisp. Particularly, this is the new BMW V8 under there. You can kind of tell throttle response, gear shifts. It's not quite as lethargic as the previous gen. Anyway, the reason I'm following Boo is because we are dropping his car off at the new McLaren service center. So it's cool to see this. The last time I was here, this was actually still being built. So let's go check it out. Okay, turns out it's just a point to swap over and give me the keys. Okay, absolute animal of a machine. Now then, we've arrived. So as mentioned, later on, our DDE friends are landing at the airport. And typically, we might want to pick them up from the airport in something exotic. Now granted, there's 3 of us, so we need 2 of those. But if you watched the recent Pebble Beach Quail content, we were out there for Car Week with the boys. There was another very special vehicle in the form of the Caravan GT, which arguably we had the most fun in. So instead of picking them up in 2 supercars, we've come to our friends at RMA Motors in Dubai to collect something very special. Behold Dubai's version of the Caravan GT. First time that the guys have been over here to Dubai, and I thought, what's the best way of picking these guys up from the airport? So we are going to head over in the Design VIP, which is currently available at RMA over here in Dubai, where everything in the car is controlled via the central iPad right here through the Design VIP app. Now this is all custom programmed to control everything inside here. I mean, we have a safe down here. I mean, what self-respecting chauffeur baller bus wouldn't have a safe? We have an infotainment system down there. There is actually an espresso machine behind there. Now then, you'll have to excuse the pun, but one of the coolest features is the fridge. How cool is that? Now, the eagle-eyed of you may notice the Nespresso capsules inside here. That is because there is an actual Nespresso machine which is in this right here. How cool is this thing? Espresso built in. And then if you don't fancy a coffee and you wanted, well, something else, of course, you've got all of your glasses illuminated in matching colors. Speaking of illumination, Starlight headliner lights straight out of Rolls-Royce. I mean, look at it. It's so good. And you can control the whole theme. So if you don't want them to remain sophisticated white, you can change them to ostentatious red or baller blue, like so, and you can adjust the brightness of those. So if you only want a suggestion of a Starlight headliner, you can dim or increase that. I personally like it on the white. Seats. Now we've got 2 types of seats. We've got the more conventional seating here, although they do have some pretty cool instruments to interact with to extend and recline the seats. But the seat that I'm in right now, as you can see by this one here, takes things to a completely different level. Fully reclining, massage, heated, cooled. Look at this here, massage mode. I mean, honestly, just endless tailoring. But my favorite feature, and this is pretty nerdy, has got to be the table. Now just imagine you're mid gumball, you need to hop in and download the awesome footage that you've just filmed of a Bugatti Divo driving by. You whip out your laptop in your cooled reclining seat, plug it into your 3-pin plug, which is just there, and you're away in the most awesome editing suite. And you can then preview it on, you guessed it, inbuilt Apple TV. I think it would only be right to watch the latest episode, wouldn't it? Could you imagine the three of us in here for the full rally? It'd just be pure chaos, wouldn't it? It'd be so good. Also, I think you can drive with this door open. So arguably, as a tracking car, imagine the shots you could get of the other supercars flying by. So, the boys, they got no idea I'm arranging this. They were like, oh, with our flights, we actually have transfers arranged from the airport to the hotels. And no, don't jump in the car. So we're going to pick them up with that. The guys at RMA have arranged Latif, who will be our driver for the evening. So we're going to go full chauffeur, rock up. From the outside, it's such an innocuous van. We're going to pull open the door. We're going to go full Caravan GT Dubai style. So of course, these guys don't just do vans. They've also got some pretty special kit in. This one I want to highlight. Now, it's not often you see one of these. Eagle-eyed of you might have detected that this is a 599 HGTE handling package. Now, this, as the name would suggest, is a sort of tweaked midlife refresh of the 599. They are actually quite rare. They are more immediately identifiable by these wheels, which were sort of exclusively launched for this handling package. And to have one of these here is very cool indeed. And it was also indicated by these exclusive seats, not only because it is embroidered as a handling GTE, that's what HGTE stands for, handling GTE, but the seats themselves, the way they were upholstered and designed with this contrasting stitch Alcantara against perforated leather and these carbon inserts. This is just one of those sweet spot Ferraris that you just don't get the pleasure of seeing that often. So the fact that RMA have one in stock here, really cool. Speaking of rare, yeah, check this out. CLK C63 Black Series. I think there's estimated to be 700 of these worldwide. 6.3 litre, naturally aspirated, around about 500 horsepower, just pure raw. Just check out the interior on this. I mean, this is old school raw. I mean, that smile says it all. That's it. Don't make them like this. They really don't, do they? What I really like is the carbon door cards with just subtle AMG embossed in there, and it smells so good. This reminds me of the sort of Nomex interior that they had in F40s, you know. It's a cool thing. And check this out. This is something that's not that obvious unless you get up close and personal with a Black Series, but it has its own diff cooling radiator built into the diffuser. If that doesn't say motorsport, I don't know what does. What a cool thing. Wow. We've got to see it. We've got to have a look at it. It's like something from an offshore powerboat. It's unbelievable scale. Look at the fuel rails on it. Massive.
Fuel injectors. How much power are on this? 620.
620 horsepower.
Yeah.
And what's it sound like?
Ridiculous. Let's get the keys.
That's the right answer. Let's go. This is the only country you could afford to put fuel in it. That thing probably drinks with 2 straws. Okay, back to the hotel. Okay, I just filled up. Didn't film any of it because, well, initially I thought it was boring, but check this out. This car was totally empty. I just filled a McLaren 720S up for 160 AED. Around about £38 sterling, sir. £38, and apparently that's expensive for where it used to be. 38 quid! You couldn't fill up a motorbike in the UK for 38 quid right now. Casual SLS Black Series, just chilling on the back of a trailer there. Very Dubai. they let you in?
What's up? How are you?
All right, I want to see your reaction when you see this thing.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I was like, how do we take the Carrera Van GT and sprinkle it UAE style? This is it.
The Mercedes.
Yeah. Wait up.
That's cheating right
Wait
off
up.
the start.
Wait up. Hop in.
Is this the cheapest vehicle you can get in?
Yeah. It's cool.
Dude.
Come hop in.
What? Holy. What the fuck? Bro. It's a limo. Dude, that thing is this like the Maybach?
It's cool, right?
Is this the Maybach of Maybach?
It is like the Phantom 8 of V classes.
Holy shit. Bro,
How cool is that? Listen, when we start flicking switches, the Starlight headliner will come on.
No.
The dude, there it is! Oh!
No.
Yeah.
The JWW does not
So good.
disappoint when you Look at this place.
It is so crazy, isn't it? Look at this. Do you remember what I was saying? Have you seen Blade Runner? And it's like
Yeah.
the city just evaporates into like a haze.
Yeah.
It's so cool. Look at it. Wow, that is high. Dude, we can just car spot from
We're
here.
only on the 17th
We can
floor.
car spot from here.
Did Tom Cruise jump out the window of that building?
Yeah. I think he really did it as well, right?
Walk down the side of that building.
So you've been in Dubai for all of 10 minutes. What do you reckon?
It's like a classy version of Vegas times 100 in size.
That's a good one.
Right?
Like it?
It's like if you wanted to know what the future could look like, this is like the futuristic city of the world.
Hey! Speaking of the future,
Lighting.
We should try and get to the museum of the future. It's
here?
It's unbelievable. Of
course it is.
The shape of this building is like I don't know how they built it actually. I'll bring it up on Google and probably throw it in this edit right now. But it's magic. We ought to go there, and we should definitely get photos of the cars out of the front of it because it looks like CGI.
Okay,
You know?
I'm down.
Yeah. What have you ordered?
I actually don't know.
Well, he's done that before. That does look pretty spectacular. Wow. Why is it every time I'm in a restaurant with you, there's loud music and people banging things?
And fire.
And fire. Lots of fire.
Connie's got some competition.
That's serious.
The flame tune in the restaurant is as big as the one on the 720 GTR. How's the rice that flammable though? It's still burning. Ladies and gentlemen, this car. This is so much to take in. You've never seen anything like it anywhere in the world.